Marko here from Fair Realty. It's a fall day here in Victoria. In the last few months, I've been getting some emails, people asking me whether I would personally buy a pre-sale investment condo in Langford or the Westshore, basically outside of the core. I've bought 6 since 2009, so I have a bit of experience buying these things myself, and I've represented probably over 100 clients now on pre-sales. And the reason people are asking me this is downtown pre-sale condo prices are just insane. I mean, I saw a couple of one-bedrooms today pop up for $500,000 pre-sale. They're crazy, and they seem to be selling. So people that want to invest but have been priced out of downtown are asking me whether they should move, further out of town. And my answer is, I personally wouldn't buy a pre-sale as an investment on the Westshore. I think if you want to buy a condo on the Westshore to live in, you get a lot more square footage. Maybe you can find something closer to Galloping Goose Trail, and you can ride your bike into town, or maybe you work in Langford. So I'm not opposed to buying condos on the Westshore. I just personally don't really see them as a great pre-sale investment, and there's a number of reasons for this. I'm going to touch on a few. First of all is supply is relatively elastic on the Westshore, and what that means is there's always a lot of construction going on. Things get built relatively quickly, so there's always a lot of competition. Versus in the core, especially downtown, to get a concrete tower rezoned, it takes a few years. The construction process takes 2 to 3 years. So there's never that much supply. Even right now, with all the cranes downtown, most of them are building apartment buildings, not condo buildings. So you don't have to worry about this massive influx of supply, the market softening, and then there being more inventory than there is demand, which can negatively affect prices. Reason number 2 is it's really hard to find concrete buildings in the Westshore. There's only a few. I personally have only ever bought into concrete pre-sales. I'm a huge believer of concrete, and that is something you can't really find on the North Shore. Another reason is I find it really easy to rent units, specifically downtown. The last time I rented one of my units downtown, I had over 20 rental applications, and 5 or 6 of the tenants were just prime in terms of my opinion, in terms of tenant qualifications. In Langford, it's obviously more difficult to rent, especially when the rental market softens. You don't want to have something that's difficult to rent, not only as it might put downward pressure on prices, but you also got to associate a value to your time in terms of showing the unit, etc. So there's a few more reasons, but basically, personally, no, I would stick to the core. I've bought 5 units downtown, Vic West type area, and most recently I bought one in Saanich on Christmas Hill, close to Uptown. But I personally would not go pre-sale to the Westshore as an investment. That's it for today. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.